Doesn't matter where you are in your life right now, because things can always change, and things do always change. Change is literally the only constant in the universe, in life. So whatever you're going through, understand that you can get yourself to wherever it is that you want to be, but you can't get there from the same vibration that you have now. So you need to do whatever it is that you can to make yourself feel better emotionally and get yourself on higher vibrations so that you can get to where you want to be. So this involves having a plan, right? So if you don't have a plan to where you're going, you don't have any means to get there. The plan is the formula. The plan is the step-by-step formula to get there. So let's say that you don't like your current situation about your life. First thing you have to do is get very honest with yourself. Why don't you like it? What about your life don't you like? And what are you doing that is repetitive that keeps you in the same place that you are now? Make a list of everything that you are doing that is keeping you stuck where you are now. And make a list first about what you don't like about your life and what you want to change. Then make a second list adjacent to that about what it is that you're doing repeatedly that is keeping you there. Then make a third list about where you want to be. And then I want you on the bottom of the page, this is what I did. I want you to make a fourth list about an action plan to get you to where you want to be. So you are taking the first and the second and the third list and you are bridging them together and creating a path, a step-by-step path or a step-by-step process to get you to where you want to be eventually. Let's say your issue is around money. That's an easy problem to solve, and I say that because it's not irreversible. We have sometimes in life irreversible problems that come up that instead of being able to solve them, we have to learn how to deal with them. We have to learn how to cope with them, right? So money issues are not irreversible. They may seem irreversible, but they just seem that way too. They're not irreversible at all. What is irreversible? Health, sometimes, not all the time. A lot of times people think that health is irreversible, but I've seen health to be something that is also reversible. But what is irreversible are things like loss, permanent loss, things like that. And they do happen in life, and what we need to do and how we need to respond during these circumstances will actually mature us and grow us, and we need to respond in a way that is understanding and accepting of the situation, accepting of the loss. Because let's say you take a loss that is irreversible and you don't accept it, you're not going to be able to start healing. So the first step to accepting anything in life that is an irreversible loss is acceptance. But if a loss is not irreversible, if it is reversible, then we do not want to accept the situation, okay? We don't want to accept the situation as fact. We don't want to accept the loss. So let's say you're taking a loss that is reversible, like a money loss or a health loss. We do not accept these things. We do not accept money losses to be permanent, and we do not accept health losses to be permanent. Even certain diagnoses can be reversible, but they won't tell you this because it's not in your best interest to heal. And you will understand this as you grow and as you learn about the medical industry that is global, and how globally medicine is often used to kind of keep people stuck in loops and cycles of suffering and in cycles of loss, cycles of reversible loss. And if you take enough reversible losses, you may hit an irreversible loss. So we don't want to do that neither in money nor in health, okay? So let's say you're struggling with financially. All you need to do is create an action plan of how you're going to solve your financial issues, right? So it requires honesty. It requires you sitting down, and it requires you to stop running from yourself. And this is something that everybody goes through. People go through phases where they want to run away from their problems. They want to run away from themselves. They want to run away from their bad habits, because they think that running is going to solve the problem, but running is creating an even bigger problem. So face your fear head on, face yourself head on, face your habits head on, and understand that unless you face yourself, you're never going to be able to be happy, because someone who's running is someone who's not happy, right? So let's say you're facing, like I said, a financial loss or financial issues that are reversible, like I mentioned. You need to create those 4 lists that I told you about, and you need to create an action plan at the bottom of the page, in which you are going to take a series of steps to get to your end goal. So let's say your end goal is to make $10K a month. This is an easy goal. The only reason why you think it's not easy is because you have not been trained or programmed or conditioned, mentally conditioned, into thinking that it's an easy goal, right? You've been instead mentally trained and programmed to think that 4K a month is an easy goal, or whatever it is you make a month, right? So actually your thinking is the problem. That's it. So if you can solve your thinking, you can solve everything else. So if you can make 4K in a month, you can make 10K. It's not like rocket science. It's not a blip in time. It's not a universal difficulty. Like, it's not life or death. Like, you know what I mean? It's just a small increase in iterating on what you're doing properly to, make more money. And let's say that you are making 4K in your salary. Let's say your salary is 4K a month. Then you're not going to be able to reach 10K a month based off of your salary because you have an income cap. So what you need to do is you need to start a business. With a business, there's no income cap, okay? You can scale this shit to the moon. How do I know it? Because I've done it. It's possible, and it's possible for every business. So you just have to understand you just have to understand what inputs, you just have to understand your progressive inputs and maximize them, right, within your business. So, for some people that could mean taking on more clients, mean filling up your calendar more. All of these things are great. I would not recommend it. Why? Because just like a job has an income cap with a salary, your business also has an income cap. You just don't know it. But Seema, you just said that businesses have no income cap. They do. I'll tell you what they are. They're your time and your energy. Okay, both of which are vital for you to preserve, because these things are irreversible losses. Time and energy are irreversible losses. You cannot get them back. You can get money back. You cannot get your time nor your energy back, right? You will take an L in both of these things. You can replenish your energy and you can replenish your time, like, in the future, but they are irreversible losses. Once you take the L, you take the L. So the way you actually want to scale your business without having any income cap, so no income cap of time and no income cap of your personal energy, is as follows. Instead of trying to fill up your calendar, right, with more client meetings or any other positive inputs that generate you more revenue, what you want to do instead, right, is create an evergreen high ticket product. So Seema, you've just said a lot of words I don't understand. Evergreen means a product that is able to be recycled throughout time and it remains good to use, right? It's applicable to any market, in any niche, economically, in any economic state. So you want to create a product that reflects all of these attributes. So it's evergreen, right? You can always market it, and it never really, so it's not based off of a trend. It's based off of a niche, okay? So you want to create an evergreen product, number one. And number two, you want to make it high ticket. This means that you sell it for a high price, which means what? It has to have high value, right? So you want to make it extremely, extremely valuable for people that are going to be purchasing it. So this product that you create, that only you can create, nobody else can create, not AI, not ChatGPT. I want you guys to get this stuff out of your heads because it'll make you lazy. You use AI to make your life simpler, not to make you stupider, okay? So just keep that in mind. So you are going to be building this high ticket product all from your mind, all from your personal life experience, all from your wisdom and knowledge, all from foolproof practices within your business that generate you revenue that you can give to other people. Okay, so you're basically giving other people the secret sauce or the secret formula, okay? And so you are going to be putting all of this in that high ticket product. And you are going to be selling this product on automation constantly. So while you are sleeping, while you are eating, while you are showering, okay? Like while you're filming, you're going to be selling this product. And the more sales you make, right, the more revenue you attain, the more revenue comes in. So you can actually surpass 10K months very, very quickly just by following this practice. You're not selling your time, you're not selling your energy, you're not selling your soul, you're not selling anything other than high value information that actually will transform your client's life, that actually will take them to the other level, that actually will take them to the level that they want to be at, right? So this means what? You're understanding your market's need. You're infiltrating and dominating the market with your high ticket product that is revolutionary. You are a new voice in a certain niche. You may even also be multi-applicable to different niches, right? Your product solves problems for clients with client proof, with results, with testimonials, which are actually going to be your marketing points, right? Like, if people just market their product, how many people are marketing their product, right? If you hop on Instagram, Instagram is oversaturated with people trying to sell. It's not actually oversaturated, but it is very much saturated with people trying to sell. So marketing is not cutting it anymore. It doesn't work anymore, right? So what works? Client proof, client results, testimonials, clients being like, hey, guess what? This solved my problem. Hey, guess what? This is how this solved my problem. This, high ticket offer solved my problem. So that is what you want to do. And many people may know about this, few people implement it. And the way that I know about it is because I had my time taken from me. I had one-on-one calls that I just could not keep up with. It was extremely difficult for me. I was burnt out. I started like having issues with like sleeping and stuff because I was so stressed out. And ultimately, like, you don't get into business to be stressed. You don't get into business to be stressed, but it's part of the equation. You know, if you want to live stress-free, you get a job, because it's not that hard to work. Like, it's not. What's hard is entrepreneurship, in my opinion. So yeah, I need a drink. That's so funny. Another thing I want to tell you guys about is I want you to protect your mind. I want you to protect your ear. So avoid certain conversations, especially with people that don't know your dreams or goals, or with people that cannot see your perspective on life, right? If somebody is making more than you, that means that they have valuable information that you can learn from them. If somebody's making less than you, that means you can help them. But engaging in useless conversation with people that are not doing what you're doing will suck your time. It'll suck your energy. It'll drain you of your like mental resources and your focus, which is your biggest mental asset, by the way. Like, focus and attention is your biggest asset. That's why all these social media platforms are free, because you're the product. They're trying to take your focus, trying to take your energy, and it's working, right? So be the dominating force. Be the dominating force on social media to market your products, to get your products out into the market. Be the dominating force when it comes to your community, right? Giving your community value, free value as well, because you don't need to sell anything. Once you've built this high ticket product, that's it, baby. It's to the moon from here. You know what I mean? You don't need to sell any other low ticket product. So you are instead you're providing free game for people. Like, that's what marketing is. That's why I don't agree with marketing. Buy my product, buy my product. Fuck you. Who are you? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You want to be a added value for society. Do you know what I mean? Like, you want to be someone that actually adds value to society so that people will listen to you. Like, why should people listen to you? Who are you? What have you done? Right? Tell your story. Even if you come to me and say, Seema, I've done nothing with my life. I have nothing to show for my life. You have your story. Get on YouTube. You guys, like, you are gonna look stupid at first. That's the cost of entry. You have to be willing to look stupid. You have to be willing to have people hating on you and people in your comment section saying, oh, she's so cringe. What is she doing? I make more than you'll ever make in a year. So just quit it, because people don't know you. You know, it's all noise. It doesn't matter. Focus, you know what I mean? Because your focus will yield you results. Your focus will pay off. Have you ever heard of, I say this all the time, you know, the importance of vibration and keeping positive thoughts? Why? Why am I so hell-bent on this? Because it programs your reality. Your thoughts actually create your reality. It's not through some medium. It's not through some third party. They literally translate out into your reality. So understand this and guard your mind and guard your heart and put these two things in God and ask God, hey God, how can I serve you today? Like, what is it that I need to do in order to help people today, help your people today, right? That's marketing. Instead of just coming online and pitching your product, people create fake stories to sell their product. They embellish to sell their products, which is fine, whatever, like, I understand that. And if you have fun with it, great. But I truly believe, just from personal experience, that the most fun is authenticity. When you can just be like, hey, I had a shitty life before I changed it. Here's how I changed it. Like, that's the best angle to approach social media from, because then people see you as someone real. And, you know, even if your story is really, really sad, or even if you have not had the best life growing up and you're afraid of what people will think of you or if they're going to judge you, like, you just have to take the leap and understand that people will judge you. People will judge you. And you also have only one life, right? So while they're spending their lives judging you, you're building something. You're actually contributing to people's lives in some way. You are being helpful to society. You know, you're creating products that solve problems for people. That leads me to my last point. You have to believe in your product. You have to believe in it with all of your heart and all of your mind. And you have to actually sit down and do the work to build it. That's why I was against, and I'm against AI and ChatGPT when it comes to like building. You build with your heart. You build with your soul. And you enrich yourself in the process. You grow as a human being in the process. You fall in love with the process. And through this way, what happens is that you actually do get to tell your story when it comes to the process of building your product. You tell your story as you build your product. Your story, your wisdom gets embedded in the product that you're building, right? So this is how you believe in your product full force. You don't get someone else to build it out for you. You don't do it using AI. You put your whole simmercy into the product. You put everything you got into the product. You know what I mean? That's the only way that it's going to be a successful product. And you built it, you crafted. It's kind of like bakers. Like, have you ever seen a baker bake? They're so in love with what they're doing. Do you think AI can do that? So do you guys understand what I'm saying? So apply what I'm telling you in this video. Everything that I told you in this video is the way to solve any problem you're currently facing in your life. Not only that, not only to solve it, but to get you to another level of your life, to get you to where you need to be. Financially, in your business, in your personal life, in the way you approach business, in the way you approach your mission and your purpose, in the way that you approach even your relationships, right? Do all things with heart. And understand that life is not that long. So don't spend it worrying, don't spend it in fear, don't spend it in lack mentality or depression or anything. Take your L's kind of like you are made of rubber, you know what I mean? Just let them bounce off you and you keep going. Move in the direction that you set out to move towards. Have your goal, understand your goal like we talked about in that fourth list. Understand your goal and let nothing derail you from that goal. Have laser sharp focus. Okay? And if you think the goal is a certain amount of revenue per month, that's where you're mistaken, because again, if you can do 4K, you can do 10K, it's no big deal. The goal is purpose. The goal is inner joy. The goal is peace. The goal is having enough self-love that you can just whip out your phone or camera and talk to an audience that actually resonates with you. The goal is community building, friendship, guys, long-lasting relationships. That's the goal. The goal is to build and develop a product that changes the world, that changes people's lives with client proof, right? With proof that this product works. When Steve Jobs developed the iPhone, he didn't develop a faulty iPhone. The iPhone worked and it iterated itself year after year. And Apple's a government. Like, Apple is actually like a sector of the government. So, you know, just understand that you can grow so big. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment telling me what exactly from this video you took as a piece of value and what it is that you're going to do after hearing this video, because it was meant for you. Like, if you're watching this, we did not find each other in this life by accident. That's another thing. We walk around thinking things are accidental. We walk around thinking things just happen. People are just on YouTube. People are people. Everybody's a human being. We all come into this world with nothing and we all leave with nothing. Nothing is an accident. Our meeting is not an accident. Take what I'm telling you. I love you. I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.